soon.
system
Thanks
with
for coming to
coins
the
and
weekly
everything.
chat.
Like, what the hell's the need for the coins?
Can you even earn the coins from
In
playing?
the event of an emergency
No, you have
evacuation,
to
there are
buy
4
the
exits
coins.
on this airplane.
Like,
Oh
seriously.
wow.
That's just, in my opinion, have a way to earn the coins
For
in the game, or
guaranteed
don't have
access to the
coins
chat
at all.
without waiting times and for
You
access
know,
to the
people
Patreon
thought
chat,
that
make sure to become a
Microsoft
patron, donate $5 and
People
more within a
thought
month for these
Microsoft
great
was going to
perks and
eventually
more.
put in
Head to
microchips into Minecraft.
patreon.com/AstralPhaser
Everyone went
_
mental
always
when they
first
first
timer
bought
to
it.
become one. Thanks for
When
joining
they
the chat. We'll be
announced the
picking people
marketplace, I
shortly.
thought, oh, this will be good. Hopefully they don't fuck up the way you pay things, but they fucked up the way you pay things.
Hey, it's Microsoft. What can you do?
Everything.
Well,
Welcome to the weekly chat. We will
originally
pick 10
Microsoft
unmuted
once
people
worked,
from this
but they
very
changed
chat
it
room
to
to
real
speak with
currency, and
Philip.
that worked even
Therefore, to
better.
have a chance of
Now
joining,
what they've
your
done is
microphone
they've
will
done a
need to
step
be
backwards.
unmuted. Thanks.
A what?
Look, if you're gonna do a unified marketplace, if you link to your Xbox Live account, how about you just use the funds
For
in your
guaranteed
Xbox Live
access
account
to the
and
chat
have it
without waiting
point
times and for
system.
access to the Patreon chat, make sure to become a
True.
patron. Donate $5
Ah,
and
9
more within a
minutes,
month for
okay.
these great perks
Yep.
and more.
I'm just gonna
Head to
completely get spoiler break here. BRB, guys.
patreon.com/AstralPhaser_always first
Okay.
timer to become one.
Alright.
Thanks for
TMI.
joining the chat. We'll be picking people shortly. For guaranteed access to the chat without
L
waiting times and
parentheses.
for access to the Patreon chat, make sure to become a patron. Donate $5 or more within a month for these great perks and more. Head to patreon.com/AstralPhaser_always first timer to become one. Thanks for joining the chat. We'll be picking people shortly.
Hello.
Salutations, comrade.
That like Xbox E3 thing. It was cool.
Welcome to the weekly chat. We will pick 10 unmuted people from this very chat room to speak with Philip. Therefore, to have a chance of joining, your microphone will need to be unmuted. Thanks. For guaranteed access to the chat without waiting times and for access to the Patreon chat, make sure to become a patron. Donate $5 or more within a month for these great perks and more. Head to patreon.com/AstralPhaser_always first timer to become one. Thanks for joining the chat. We'll be picking people shortly.
Very great.
Last minutes, that's nice.
No music is boring.
No music is best music.
This got quiet suddenly.
Rip.
Rip Victor
Best
Tran.
music is
music.
Rick Roll. 10 out of 4.
Best music is Caillou theme.
Well, wasn't that theme like stolen from I Hate Everything?
No, it's a
Oh, no.
royalty-free song.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Bonjour.
Alright. I wonder what the
Welcome
hell
to the
Sony
weekly
will
chat.
announce
We
in
will
their
pick 10
company.
unmuted people
That's
from
right.
this very chat room to speak with Philip. Therefore, to
Let's
have a
go.
chance of
Nothing.
joining, your microphone will
Nothing.
need to be unmuted.
Yeah, like,
Thanks.
I don't think Sony can top Microsoft now. I think Sony's screwed. In my opinion.
Huh?
They won't be
I think
screwed.
What do you mean
Your
screwed?
experience is important to us. Simply type bot
The only
When
suggest
Microsoft
your
announced
suggestion
Xbox
and use it
360
our way.
compatible.
We'll be picking very soon. Thanks for
This
coming
is
to the
let
weekly
me
chat.
just say this. If Sony announces at their
In the event
conference
of an
that they're going to
emergency
do backwards
evacuation, there
compatibility
are 4
with
exits on
PS3,
this
PS2,
airplane.
PS1,
Wait.
then that would trounce the backwards compatibility of Xbox, of the original Xbox.
For guaranteed
Then again,
access
it's
to the
not gonna
chat without
happen.
waiting
Sony
times and
doesn't
for
care.
access to the
It's not
Patreon
gonna
chat,
happen.
make sure to become a
Because
patron.
Microsoft
Donate
basically
$5 or more
gave
within
a
a month for
1-2
these great
punch to
perks and
Sony.
more.
First,
Head to
Xbox 360 backwards compatibility, and
patreon.com/AstralPhaser_always
second,
first timer
Xbox
to become
original
one.
Xbox
Thanks
backwards
for joining the
compatibility.
chat. We'll be
And then
picking
they gave him a
shortly.
kick in the balls, Spy. I'm saying that Spy
I don't
having the
even
Xbox
have
One
a
X be the most
PS4.
powerful console.
I only have a PS3.
Welcome to the weekly chat. We will pick 10 unmuted people from this very chat room to speak with Philip.
The console market's
Therefore, to
getting a
have a
bit
chance of
strange.
joining, your
It's
microphone
gonna
will
be
need to
quite
be
interesting.
unmuted. Thanks.
We got like 5 minutes.
Should I feel bad that I just muted
Indeed, Astro.
AstralPhaser?
For guaranteed
it's
access
probably
to
for
the
the
chat without
best.
waiting times and for access
Yeah,
to
the
the
music
Patreon
is
chat,
so
make sure to become a
loud.
patron. Donate $5
I mean,
a
yeah,
month for these great perks
That's
and
why
more. Head to
individual
patreon.com/AstralPhaser to become one. Thanks for
Magic of
joining the chat.
right-clicking and
We'll be
clicking
picking
the
people
checkbox
shortly.
that says me.
Astro, definitely true how they have the #1 gaming platform in the universe. I mean,
For
seriously,
guaranteed access to the chat without waiting times and for access to the
Microsoft
Patreon
is
chat, make
basically
sure to become a
becoming
patron.
really
Donate
quiet.
$5 or more within a month for these
Like,
great perks
they
and
basically
more.
become
Head to
hypergods in a way, like, pretty much. They
patreon.com/AstralPhaser_always first timer to
basically now
become one.
conquered
Thanks for
console
joining
and
the
PC
chat. We'll
gaming
be
now.
picking people shortly.
In my opinion. Indeed, Miles, like Monopoly. But then again, they've won
Welcome
the war.
to the weekly chat.
Nothing can
We will
beat
pick
'em.
10 unmuted
Not
people
even
from this
Sony
very
can
chat
beat 'em.
room to speak with Philip. Therefore, to have a chance of joining, your microphone will need to be unmuted. Thanks.
I'm weird. I have a
Favorite
Nintendo
game.
Switch,
Let me
but
think.
not an Xbox One or a PS4.
Well, to be honest,
1
Sony's
minute
kind of
left.
Chat without
the
waiting
Sony
times and for
PS4
access
Pro
to
is
the
doing
Patreon
so
chat, make sure to
badly.
become a patron. Donate $5 or
Literally,
more a
the
month for these
only
great
thing
perks
I
and
want,
more.
the
Head to
only two things I want to get the PS4 for is Mortal
Thanks for
Kombat
joining the
X
chat. We'll be picking
and
people
the
shortly.
HD remake.
Of Crash.
Well, personally, I would say the PS4 is
Whoa.
a better console overall, because like everything that's on Xbox is on PC, like literally
Also,
everything. But the thing is, the
I
PS4
have
Pro,
no
the PS4 Pro is
Xbox
flopping
consoles
right now.
though.
The PS4 Pro is definitely flopping.
Yeah.
I don't have an Xbox One or an Xbox 360.
I'd probably think that. I'm thinking that probably. Yeah. They have so many games that I'm interested in that pretty much I can't even think. The only games I'm thinking of right now are the Xbox backwards compatibility stuff. But then again, I thought Forza looked pretty good. And other stuff. I realized Phil is here. Oh, thanks, Astro.
I use Windows 7.
I use
Windows
Windows
7.
10. I'm a pleb.
Excuse me, you don't use Linux?
I know everyone will be on my case on this, but like I'm using a Mac right now, so.
I'm using
I love Windows Vista.
because I like Windows. I use Windows 10 because, strangely enough, I like it. But then again, it has Xbox integration. What do you expect? I'm an Xbox fan.
Well, personally, I prefer Linux overall. Like, and I have Linux dual booted on my Mac, but like, I'm just not using it right now.
Yeah, that's
Linux.
acceptable.
Yeah, I think of switching towards Linux, but the idea of having to boot a VM to play some games is kind of bad.
Welcome to the weekly chat. We will pick 10 unmuted people from this very
5 minutes just passed already.
To have a chance of joining, your microphone will need
All
to
the
be
games I play are
unmuted.
already compatible with Linux, so I just use a VM for Windows applications.
Good idea.
Do that.
Your experience is important to us. Simply type bot:"suggest" to create a
Ooh,
suggestion
we're
and
getting
shoot it
new.
our way. We'll be picking very soon. Thanks for coming to the weekly
I
chat.
feel like I'm not getting in.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Why isn't? Why
In the
aren't
event of
they
an
using
emergency
the bot
evacuation,
method?
there are 4 exits on this airplane.
Nope, I didn't get it.
And we are the ones that
For
didn't get it.
guaranteed
Oh, well.
access to the chat without waiting times and for access to the Patreon chat, make sure to
whatever.
become a patron. Donate $5 or more within a month for these great perks and more. Head to patreon.com/AstralPhaser_always first timer to become one. Thanks for joining the chat. We'll be picking
Oh,
people
this got
shortly.
quiet suddenly.
Oh, looks like they're done picking. Best of luck next time, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have a party.
Welcome to the
Right, here we are, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, testing 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
think I joined. Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, awesome, fantastic.
Hi.
Okay, guys. So we'll get you all to unmute your microphones now, unless you're on server mute. Okay, well, unmute you all now. Sorry about that. If you're on server
There
mute,
we go.
yeah. I don't know why, but like a lot of you are on server mute.
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
Okay. Yeah, okay. And this guy, yep, okay. Let me see. Kevin Bashy, no, he's not on server mute. Frank Planet's not. Astro's not, and Animation Guy isn't. So I think, yeah, we're all good to go now. Okay, so as you guys know, this chat will include a challenge. So we always switch between controversial topics and challenges.
There's no way I can do the challenge.
Well, if you do beat the challenge, you get featured in YouTube Millionaire. Okay, we're going to start off just, first of all, introducing everybody, starting from Acid Rain at the top, or if you're already, somebody we know, like Acid Rain we do know, he can just ask a question or tell us what's going on in his life or anything like that. So we're going to start now. Once we've gone down the list, we will start the challenge. Okay, so first up, we have got Acid Rain.
I don't know.
Well, you're going to put an A in your name just to get up the top.
I'll introduce myself.
Okay.
To people who probably don't know.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure everybody knows. Okay, I am Rain and I do stuff and more stuff and that's it.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for introducing.
By the way, I noticed your mic quality doesn't match as your videos for some reason.
Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, I actually, for those wondering, I use a Logitech webcam for the actual, what do you call it, audio here in this. But then when I do an actual video, I actually am recording. I'm recording with two mics at once right now. I'm using the Sony one for the actual video version. I can't use that on the computer though.
I'm using a headset.
I see.
Yeah. Okay, well, anyway, we have got up next Animations Guy.
Which is muted.
Yeah. So then
he's also silenced with the...
Yeah, well, anyway, next up, we have got somebody who is just like they've just entered the famous circle, or they're about to enter the absolute, like, circle of famousness. A Shifter, do you want to tell us what's going on?
Am I allowed to say what's going on with
You are definitely
Time
allowed to say
YouTube?
what's going on. Yep.
Okay. So, for those of you that don't know, I'm the lead developer of Time Hack, which is basically the rebirth of Histocom.
What?
I'm very happy to announce. Oh, if you have any comments, please say them.
No,
Okay,
those were just more like they were just amazed at what you're saying.
Okay, so basically,
Someone
me
actually
and my
decided to follow
team.
through on a Histocom remake.
So we are going on YouTube Millionaire. So we're going to be, we're going to be on the active channels list for YouTube Millionaire, and you guys can watch us grow along with all of other Phil's channels.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Nice.
Greetings, everybody.
What do you mean?
Oh no, it's my main rival.
Who said that?
Your rival. Yeah, Michael, I don't know if you know, but A Shifter and his team are now on YouTube Millionaire as well. They kind of did what you did. They started up a channel, although, yeah, I didn't give them a channel. They just kind of started it up, and they're like, can you add our channel to YouTube Millionaire? And you, like, and everything like that. I was like, oh, okay.
Actually, I actually knew about this long before it was actually done. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, because he came to me first.
He came to you. Oh,
he came to me asking where you were, and that's when I said or he needed you in Shift OS, and then that happened.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. So you already knew. So yeah, but don't think of it as rivalry. Just think of it as friendly competition. Like there's two games that are kind of operating system based. They both have their own direction. Shift OS and Time Hack are completely different games. They don't really have much in common. I mean, as you know, Shift OS is about customizing and involving an OS. Time Hack is about exploring different operating systems in different time periods, and it's kind of got that kind of side of it. So they're two different things, customization and exploration, two different directions that you're going there.
Yeah, and don't worry, I don't see it as a rivalry. rivalry, and if I do, it's friendly. So.
Yeah,
Alright.
exactly. Anyway, before we continue, A Shifter, did you want to say anything else before we move on to Astro?
I just want to say that we're working on a huge update for Time Hack to really sort of push it to the level, or at least closer to the level that his to come 1.8.5 was originally at.
Yeah, awesome. Because as you know, everybody, what is it? Michael with the whole Shift OS thing, he's like, nah, it's not going to be coded in Visual Basic. We're going to, port that to C. And then the same happened with A Shifter. It's like, nah, we're not having Time Hack in Visual Basic anymore. It's being ported to C. Like, in other words, if you're going to learn programming, learn C#. Don't learn Visual Basic because people will just port your thing into another language. Visual Basic is not really good enough.
True that.
Originally, I wanted to do it in Visual Basic, but I got a ton of hate for it, so I decided, okay, I'll do it in C#. I'll do a total
Good
engine
choice.
rewrite. I'll just take apart everything. I will create a whole new window manager. I will do everything.
Yeah, and you've actually done a good job at that. I mean, as you know, well, for people who do know, Histocom actually just simply had a copied and pasted, like I created the Windows 95 skin for one of them, then I just copied and pasted that into each program, which is a one-step thing, but A Shifter has made it a lot better that he's just made it in one area and it automatically kind of embeds all the programs into that,
Please don't remind me of the old ShiftOS system. Please.
Okay, sorry. Like it's just too bad to talk about. Okay, well next up we're gonna move on to Astro then.
Astro doesn't have a mic. Do you mind if I read what he sent me?
Yeah, you can read.
Okay, so I'm just reading inside the quotes. Hello everyone, this is Astro. If you do not realize already, I am a human person who is an avid follower of computing, science, and space exploration. I've been doing stuff since last time I was here. Shall I mention that?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, it kind of went silent. Is he saying anything more? Oh, he's typing. Okay. Well, just while he types, what we'll do is we'll go on to DevX, and then once he finishes typing, we'll go back to Astro. So, DevX, the famous ShiftOS evil one. How are you going?
I'm going awesome, and yes, I took over your identity. I am now DevX.
Yeah, exactly.
I still have to do that on the forums because, fun fact, I almost missed this chat because I got the notification that it was starting in 7 minutes. What I was doing is, well, today I kind of shut down the website for a bit to do big update, switching it to a different software because the one I coded was getting really bad and hard to maintain. So we're back on PHPBB. So I was migrating all the data over and uploading skins and stuff like that. I just uploaded the shell a few minutes ago before, like literally a split second before it happening, I had posted the shell on the forums. And like I look down and it says, oh, AstralPhaser Weekly Chat starting in 7 minutes. And I immediately stopped what I was doing, got in Discord, went to AstralPhaser Central, and boatload of people here. And I almost missed it, but I remembered that I believe this is the chat where you would let anyone join in at any time. So
well, actually, no, that wasn't the chat. It's chat 20 is the one that I was going to let anybody join at any time.
Oh yeah, then it must has been a bug.
Yeah, it must be. Well, anyway, just on that topic, the actual weekly, well, not weekly, it's a monthly challenge on this channel now, where we have like a challenge once everybody's gone down. This challenge, I'll just tell you guys now in advance, I'm going to be posting a picture of an operating system from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, and you guys are going to try and get what
I thought you were going to show the city pictures again.
No, sorry. It changes every time. This time it's operating systems. It'll be something else next time.
Something I'm good at.
Maybe something related to a certain convention that happened today.
Well, let's just wait. Oh yeah, you're watching E3. Oh yeah, I forgot about E3. Totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll mention it when you get to me.
Okay, anyway, what we'll do is we're gonna go back to Astro now, just because I think he's finished typing. So Acid Rain will help Astro.
Yeah, he's finished typing. I installed Ubuntu Mate on my PC, and apparently I had some issues with letting compies on every other time I do the desktop.
Ubuntu, not Ubuntu.
No, that's what he typed. Every other time I do the desktop cube, it just crashes compiz. I guess we'll talk about more soon near the end of the chat.
Oh, yikes. Okay, that sounds like, he's either the operating system he's using, like the distro, isn't really that compatible with compiz, or it's a graphics card issue, like, driver or something like that.
That's surprising.
Can I just say one thing? It's kind of off topic. It's more ShiftOS related. The servers have been down all day today because of maintenance, and I completely forgot about it because the other day I had made it so that you can now play ShiftOS fully offline, and that's coming in beta 2.7. So.
Oh, nice.
Nice, yeah, that's a good addition. Like, just in case the servers are down and people are like, oh, but I want to just keep doing a little bit, earn a few more code points until they get up. Well, now I can, I guess, so that's good.
You'll never have that problem with Time Hack.
ShiftOS sounds similar to SimCity.
Yeah. Well, anyway, what we are now going to do is we're going to move on to, I think Devix has finished for this round, but he can come back a bit later. Was there anything else you wanted to say before we move on to Diamond?
Yeah, you can move on now. I've got to get back to moving over skins and stuff like that. Anyway,
okay.
So.
Sure.
I literally just joined.
Yeah, sure. Be sure to there is an operating system. One of the screenshots you'll probably, I think it's a pretty cool skin it's got. So you might even want to have that in, as one of the new skins in ShiftOS. Anyway, we're going to move on to Diamond if his mic works. Nah. Well, we're going to move on to Frank Planet.
I feel like my heart is going to explode.
Do you know what? That reminds me of one of the YouTube Millionaire episodes I did. I did a little compilation of like people who were kind of scared to join in the first chats, and you can hear different people. My hands are shaking. I don't know what to say. My body is vibrating right now. I don't know what he said. Whatever that was.
I said I was like nervous to speak in the first chat.
Yeah. Well, anyway, what we're gonna do? That was I'm sorry, that won't make it to YouTube Millionaire, but you can still tell us, about yourself. Is this the first time you're in one of these chats?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So tell us about yourself. Who are you? What are your interests?
Well, I'm Frank, and I really like video games. I have like a gaming YouTube channel and stuff.
Okay, what kind of games do you like?
Mostly Nintendo.
Okay, sure. Do you have the new Nintendo Switch?
Yes, I have it.
Okay, awesome. And what do you think of it so far?
It's very good.
Okay. Do you want to tell us any more details, like what games do you have on it currently, or do you think they've got enough games for the Nintendo Switch at the moment?
Not really, but more games are coming out. And also I'm in the US, so if there's connection issues, that's why.
No, there's no connection issues, so that's totally fine. You guys have
I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, that's okay. Before we move on to the next person, was there anything else you wanted to tell us about yourself or say?
I'm actually starting a series on my channel called Echo Plays, which is going to be like Mum Tries Out, except my grandma's going to try out different video games.
Oh, that's an interesting one, getting the grandma to, getting on some of the action. That's pretty cool because of the fact that, you don't, I guess I don't often see that. So that's, I think it's been done sometimes.
Yeah.
They can have funny reactions because it's, back in their days, they didn't have video games. So, you know what it's like. Anyway, thanks for joining this chat and, being a part. There'll be more time for questions and stuff later.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
We are going to move on now to Good Crossing the Expert.
Hello, Philip. My name is Good Crossing the Expert. I took that from the Mac Keeper video, and I like computers. That's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
I've been in two previous chats, the first one and another one, and yeah, I'm trying to learn Visual Basic, but
after what I just said before, don't learn Visual Basic. Look,
exactly.
The thing is, I think generally just for new people, Visual Basic, the syntax is slightly easier to learn. However, if you're going to learn Visual Basic, you're most likely going to need to learn C# soon afterwards anyway. And then you'll be like, oh, but the syntax is different in C#. So maybe just think about, unless you're doing it for school, maybe just think about moving on to C# if you've kind of already grasped the basics of Visual Basic.
Yeah, I learned Visual Basic because the last language I know, or the language I knew before that, is Commodore Basic from 1982. So
how old are you exactly?
Yeah. Well, I'm 13, but I got a Commodore 64 and I started programming on it. And
Oh,
yeah,
okay, that's pretty, cool thing. Somebody, I mean, I didn't even experience a Commodore 64 because that was, way before my time. My dad actually had a Commodore 64. Actually, it was funny. My dad had a Commodore 64, and my who was it? My mum, I forgot who it was for a moment. She had what was it? Tandy TRS-80. So they kind of both had different computers of that 80s era.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what, I'm interested now, what got you into being a Commodore 64 user as opposed to, Windows user or Mac or Linux?
well, obviously I used Windows and all Mac at that time, but I watched some videos and I was really interested in those old computers, so I got myself a Commodore and I like it a lot. I still have it.
Yeah, awesome. I'm surprised, and it's one from back then. It still works, so that's pretty awesome, and it still works after all that time.
Yeah,